I'm sharing, ma'am.
Okay. Parallelly, before starting the session, I just would like to ask one simple question. Have you heard the mentor term or mentorship program before this session? Anyone from the participants? Or anyone has working as a mentor or be a mentee? Not a single participants? Okay. So let me first thanks the organizing IoT Academy for giving me this opportunity to work as a resource person for this 10 days refresher course. And the topic which is given to me, that's mentoring to a student in higher education. So it's really a very important task which is credited to the professor or to the teacher for higher education. Considering everyone is aware about we have a, that is NAC, National Accreditation. So in that again, criteria number two, which is focus on a mentorship, mentoring program. Now it is essential. So this is somewhere being the faculty of working in a higher education, we need to understand the importance of mentorship program and mentoring strategy. So what exactly mean by mentoring or a mentorship? So mentoring is a unique method of supporting students to improve their learning and leadership skill, motivating them toward their future career development. And mentorship is a relation between two people. It could be like a one to many, because one mentor can be a mentor for many mentees, and one mentee again they can assist with the various mentor. So it's one is to one, one is to many, many is to one. This could be a possible relationship in a mentorship program. Mentoring is essentially a formalized relationship that supports and encourages a professional learning. So here in higher education, we are looking for like career development, career advancements, where mentor play a very important role for students. In mentoring, a sound and trusting relationship will rely upon a degree of understanding and responsibility shared by a mentoring partners. Now, here, mentoring partner means mentor and a mentee. So, we will in next two slides we will discuss about what exactly the role and the responsibility of a mentor as well as the mentee. It's very much essential. Next slide, please, ma'am. So, establishment of the relationship is very crucial and will determine the level and the quality of dialogue, because here, when we are working with the human behavior, it is very, very difficult to understand the other person, his behavior, his emotion, and parallelly with his emotion and his behavior to adjust. It's really tough. It is easy to work on machine, it is easy to work with the money, but to work with for human being, it is really very crucial job. Mentoring is a dynamic process, and development network of mentoring can help mentees identify several mentors who can address a variety of career related needs. So actually in higher education, because once we done with your graduation, the next level, every individual student or a graduate, they are looking for their career advancement or career development or the placement. So here the mentor play a very important role, because he is one who help the student for the future creation. So mentoring is to support and encourage people to manage their own learning in order that they maximize their potential, develop their skill, improve their performance, and become the person they want to be. Because sometimes mentor is somewhere work as a torch. There are many example, many candidate or a student, they are not aware about that they have the enough potential. They are not able to understand that there are some hidden area. Like we have a Johari window, that is the work on the behavior science. So here many aspects of your behavior, even you as an individual not aware about, okay, I'm competent in doing this, doing this, doing it. So mentor have an ability to focus and find out like whether that competency is present in this mentee or not. So he can guide, he or she can guide in that way. Next slide, please, ma'am. So, what are the objective for mentorship? So, I earlier said that in the higher education, the ultimate goal of every student or every graduate who is looking for, who is very serious about his career. So, here we need to initiate the various strategy so that we can help the student or a graduate for the career advancement. So, here again, one of the objective of a mentorship program in that is again essential, or what we can say the need of a NAC program. You need to show that you are having the mentorship program, which is a part of a NAC criteria number 2. Mentoring relationship emphasize helping the individual grow and accomplish goals and include several approaches to doing so. A mentoring experience may provide a professional and career development support. So, professional here, there are different aspects of your professional life. We need to identify what is a requirement, being the one professional, any career. There is important, you need to identify. According to that, if you're stuck in some area, so mentor guide you, mentor help you, he support you to improve in that particular area. Role modeling and a psychological support. Mentoring experiences, psychosocial support is very very essential nowadays, psychological and the social, because this is a somewhere a IT era where we are very techno savvy, and now because of a social constraint, we we are becoming isolated from this society. Even in the one family there are many family member, but because of that laptop and then your smartphone, we are not talking to each other. So here we are not able to share our feeling. So here the mentor play a role where he helped, because the somewhere the generation is having that particular gap. They are very very emotional. So psychosocial support is essential in a mentorship program. The purpose of a mentor is to help you to grow as a person and become the best version of yourself. Now, this may involve helping you achieve your personal or career goals, introducing you to a new ways of thinking, challenging your limiting assumption, sharing valuable life lessons, and much more. Now, here, why I'm referring you, because this particular mentorship program, it's work for a student in a higher education, but that is not only the limit. Here, there are a very young teachers or a professor who join the academic in the very early stage. Even they can select the mentor, maybe the person who is having a experience in your same organization. You can take a help, you can ask, always ask him or her for a guidance and a support. So you can select any your senior as your mentor. That's why I ask it here. In a higher education there is a need, both the party, like a teacher also need a mentor, and the student, that is by default we have the particular strategy in the organization. So we are using this mentorship program in the organization. Next slide please, ma'am. Now, what are the benefits of mentorship program in the higher educations? Gain a support and the knowledge. That is, impactful mentoring provides mentees with the advice, wisdom, and encouragement, as well as a new skill and institutional knowledge. Become more productive employees. So this is a career perspective where the initiative taken by higher education, it is like we are getting very raw material. When the people, when the student, they take admission in your organization, that time they are a raw, we are calling it as a like a raw material. Now here, according to the market demand and the need, even there are lots of various specialization, various streams in higher education. We have even engineering, management, commerce, graduate, everywhere. So here we need to understand what is a requirement in the market, and according to that we need to provide the guidance to your students. So feedback and guidance from mentors can improve the workplace in performance. So here it is very much important that we are taking the effort as a teacher to make your student placeable in the market according to the requirement of a current market. A mentoring relationship help you grow both personally and the professionally. So here various aspects of your behavior, when you are dealing with this mentorship program, suppose you are a mentee or a mentor, here not only the professional growth, we mentor is always looking for, okay, how, suppose the person is very emotional or person is very hyper, so he guide you to how to control all your emotions. So we are, everybody is having a lots of emotion. So personal aspects, It is essential that you need to control on various emotions, because the person, the judgment, when and how to behave according to situation, we need to change a behavior. So here the mentor, he will guide, he will support, he will help you to make you aware about ki, if the situation is like this, how to behave, and according to the requirement, even professionally, how to change your behavior, how to use that particular emotion. Positive mentors are natural role models. So here there is a no systematic approach, very what we can say, the very crude system for the mentorship program, according to the need of your mentee and according to the need of the external environment. Mentor changes the pattern of a mentorship program. There is a rough skeleton he's handling, and according to need, because there are a few mentee are very fast learner, few mentee are very slow learner. So he, that mentor need to change the strategy to help to guide the mentee according to the requirement of a mentee. They provide a professional guidance and help you identify and work toward your professional goals. Often they are connect you to others in your chosen field, giving you a professional leg up after a graduation. Now, how we can help being a faculty of a higher education to a student for their professional growth. Now, if you just consider the current market, every organization they're looking for a multi-skill employee. Now, plain degree or plain master degree is not again sufficient in today's market. Now then, what is the options available with us? So for that, being a mentor, we need to first analyze what are the various certification courses, diploma available in the market for a value addition. So that is, suppose you are asking your students to apply for these various courses, they can earn that credential, and it is reflected in their CV as the value addition. So there are we need to play important role by guiding them, by supporting them, and then in giving this various information ki this particular course, apart from your regular degree or higher degree, how it essential according to the current need in the market. So you can guide him, the your mentee. In your collegiate setting, mentors provide insight into the college culture and help you navigate issue of a time and the stress management. A good mentor will also be there simply to listen when you need someone to talk to. And you can always benefit from hearing about the life experience of someone who has been in your position before. So we have a time. These are various your personal issue. Time as a constant, we are not able to complete our task. Even we daily we are facing the stress. Now the mentor again play important role how to deal with this time management, then the stress management, because that really hamper not your only your personal life, but it hamper your professional life. So it is essential to work on the stress. There are different stresses, and we need to identify what could be the important aspects, how we can reduce your stress. So guide, mentor, he guide you according to that. So various tools and the techniques available for stress management, we need to, he help your mentor help, he will give assistance to what will be the perfect or the suitable stress management strategy which can help you in your personal and the professional life. Next slide please, ma'am. Mentoring programs are a strong resources that ensure students are receiving the full support they need to be successful during and after college. As a tool, mentoring helps a transition student from life as a new student to graduation and then on to their full career. Mentoring students in a higher education can help them assimilate to a new academic topic and increase the likelihood of academic success. Here are some tips for mentoring students. We need to identify the clear goals and the expectation. So when we are started, when we initiate the mentorship program, we practice in my particular university college that is affiliated under the Savitribai Phule Pune University. It's one of the very famous and popular university in Maharashtra and in India. As we call Pune as the Oxford of the India. Or it is important to understand that how to initiate the students so that he can explore. He need to, because many times the students are, they are totally blank. They are asking a question ki, what I can do in my future, which specialization I can go for. They are totally blank. So during this such a phase in your student's life, you can help him by doing the SWOT analysis. So we usually practice the SWOT analysis when we are initiated to a particular this program in my institute. The first thing, we are asking them to provide your biodata. Then we are also asking them to write their SWOT, that is a strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and traits. So this is our regular practice, and that's not, this is a, only the, we are asking them to, they need to submit their SWOT after the end of every 2 months. So then they are need to judge themselves. They are checking their behavior during the 2 months regularly. It is a regular practice. Next is adopt a flexible schedule. So like we have our timetable in the organization or in the institute, but this mentorship program is not like a, it is, it's very, we need to decide a very flexible schedule, so that the mentee, according to his need, if he's asking a help to a mentor, we must be ready for your mentee. Encourage a self advocacy, utilize the check-in system to receive updates, establish a deadline and stick to them. So suppose if we're giving some assignment, or maybe we are asking a mentee to do some needful, we need to give a particular, it's supposed to be a time bound program. Okay, we need to complete this particular task within a maybe next 15 days, next 10 days. So he will understand the importance of a time management. He will improve that. Suppose we are asking them to read some novel or do some activity. So if not able to complete within the stipulated time period, he will not understand the importance of a time. Hold regular meetings to report the progress. So we are also having the regular meeting, that is one to one also and one to many. Here, the impact of this particular meeting is like, we are giving a freedom to a mentee to discuss with the mentor, one to one as well as like one to many. Like suppose one mentor and they're having suppose 10 mentee. So here we are having a group discussion, and then they come to know that like what other mentees they are doing, what is their career growth, what exactly they are doing. So here they are again familiar with the other mentee as well as. So that is a exact objective of holding a regular meetings and to take the progress report from the mentee. Encourage student to ask a question. So this is, I think, a very essential skill, thinking skill. That is again a behavioral aspects. Nowadays, many students they are not able to understand, and the we somewhere, because of the, maybe people are very shy, or because of a fear, and because of why the their fear of like if I'm asking a question, whether it is a right or wrong, or whether the other people they will make a laugh at me, or there are many doubts, and that's why we are not asking a question to a mentee. So here we need to understand that to ask a query to a mentee, how it is important, because again the mentor will get to know that in which direction you are thinking. Give quality feedback on assignment, projects, or a task. So that is like a regular activity, though you are not their project guide or not a guide in that in a technical term. But if the person is working on some project, some assignment, even you can take a help from your mentor, and the mentee must ask and approach their mentor just to find out, like to take a second opinion sort of from their mentor. Next slide, please, ma'am. So this is a diagrammatic presentation of objectives of a mentorship: motivation, advice, success, giving a direction, coach your mentee, support in their plus maybe up and down. That is a, like every individual they're having up and down. So suppose if you are getting a success, we need to monitor and we need to have that particular passion to control your emotion in the success also. And if you have maybe many times we are getting a failure, so in that, without like sometimes people get nervous, again the mentor will help give a support how to handle your emotion in that critical situation. Goal. So decide your goal and the objective, and then train according to that. So this is overall one objectives of a mentorship program. Next slide, please, ma'am. Now, very systematically, this is what are the mentorship function. Now, if we consider mentorship is a big particular concept, and we have simplified with the help of like how different parameter and aspect can play important role. So we are categorized into the support function, and according to that related behaviors and activities we can initiate under the mentorship functions. So one is a psychosocial support. Now, psychological and emotional support. Mentor encourages mentee, helps with the problem solving, and use active listening technique. So it is very much important that suppose the mentee, they are attending a regular classes. This particular technology somewhere, uh, they are not able to focus on their what the teacher in the classroom they're teaching to the student. So active listening, this is one way at various levels. Suppose he's attending some guest session or any workshop, so he need to use that particular skill to listen the resource person very sincerely, because many a time, if you are not able to read, sometime the resource person come with experience, some novel idea, some very various example. So and try to have a habit of writing note down some example whenever you are listening. So that's why active listening play important role. So we need to teach the technique of active listening to the mentee. Then role modeling. Mentors serve as a guide for a mentee. Behavior, values, attitude. Mentees benefit from engaging with the mentor who share values and a deep level similarity with them. Allow mentee to see themselves as a future academic. Now, what is meant by role modeling? This is somewhere you as a mentor, for a mentee, there you are a role model. And if you're just telling the mentee to act like this, to do this, and you are not following, then it is a meaningless. Because even by your they are observing your behavior. Whenever you are guiding your mentee ki, you need to follow the time, you need to follow the deadline, or do this, do those, don't do that, don't do, they are also observing your behavior, your personality. So in that sense it is important for a mentor, you act as a role modeling. Next slide, please, ma'am. Career guidance. That is again important objective of higher education. Career guidance, that is a instrumental support. Mentor provides support for assessing and choosing an academic and career path by evaluating mentee's strengths, weaknesses, interests, and abilities. That's why initially I said that we are having this SWOT analysis technique. By using this, we are analyzing these their strength, their weaknesses, and we are also uh, preparing the report on every individual mentee, and we are giving a feedback on that. The mentor's role includes helping mentees reflect and think critically about the goals. So initially, this is a generation where somewhere they are divert and they are not able to understand like what could be my possible goal and how to achieve that. So according to their interests, then we need to initiate. We need to take that's one particular one. What we can say, the like a leadership technique, that we need to ask the mentee, "Okay, what is your interest? What you are?" Somewhere people they are not aware about. Okay, uh, I want to do this in the future, and then according to their maybe the hobbies, according to their interests, we need to identify ki, what will be his future. Many times after taking a degrees, somewhere they're saying ki, I want to continue my hobby as my profession. So we need to initiate like, yes, that is important, and then how you can take your hobby as your profession. So the mentor's role includes helping mentee reflect and think critically about his goal in the life, facilitating mentees reflection and on exploration of their interests, abilities, beliefs, and ideas, reviewing mentees' progress toward the goals. So for that, if you're giving them a feedback on their every success or a failure, it really helps to review their progress. Challenging mentees' decisions or avoidance of decisions, and helping mentees to realize their professional aspiration. So in this ways, we can help the mentee for the career related guidance and the support. Now skill development. Now as I earlier said that today is at such time in an external world or in a market, if you look into the market and the demand, so every organization they're looking for the multi-skill employee. Now if this is the need in the market, we need to take this as an initiative and help our mentee for their skill development. First we need to identify according to the various designation, according to various specialization, what could be the possible skill required to perform that specific job, and whether that particular skill is available with that candidate, with that mentor or not. If not, then how to develop that. So mentor educate, evaluates and challenges mentees academically and professionally. Tutor or provides training and the focuses on subject learning. Now suppose being a higher in a higher education, presentation skill nowadays it is essential for any profession. So many students they're having a writing skill but they don't have that presentation skill. So here again, mentee, he can help the mentee by providing the guidance on how to present with the help of various tools and techniques, how to make a presentation. Then next is a sponsorship. Mentor publicly acknowledge the achievements of a mentees and advocates for me. So this is very much sponsorship means that is somewhere achievements, appreciation, recognition, and somewhere if the person is not economically strong to pursue or in maybe with the constant again money as a constant, so you can help by giving them advice or advice. There are lots of agency, NGOs, government schemes are available to provide the financial support, and you need to search for this type of a sponsorship so that the if the any mentee he it's economically cannot sound to continue his professional journey, so in that way somewhere you can help him by providing this information, sort of a sponsorship program. Next slide please ma'am. Now, how college mentors can foster student success? A college mentor can support students in their academic and professional pursuit. College mentors can offer professional advice and guidance as well as a personal support. An effective mentor listens to students' needs. It's flexible and can identify solution to problem, because when they approach to their mentor, they are also looking for if they are coming with some problem. You was very confident that "Okay, my mentor will help me to give some solution. So for on my issues. So that is very opportunistic if the you help your mentee by providing them solution and the alternative solutions. Students can benefit from having multiple mentors, each offering unique skills and experience. So nowadays, I earlier said that the mentorship program can be learned, can be we can parallelly one to many and many to many, because suppose one person is expertise in there are various specialization nowadays, and suppose I take an example of I'm working in a management institute where we have a MBA with the various specialization: marketing, HR, finance, operation, production. Now suppose you being the finance faculty, you are working as a mentor too, and then you don't have the HR knowledge, so you need to take a help from the HR faculty. So you can guide, you can ask your mentee to take assistant or guidance from the HR faculty. So here one person you can't restrict him, "Ki, no, I'm your mentor, you can talk, you can discuss your issue only with me." So don't give such type of a barrier to your mentee. Give a freedom. That's why the mentorship program is very, very flexible. If pursuing a virtual mentorship, make sure you communicate your expectation clearly. So here, during a lockdown, we have seen that. Like today also, we are doing an online session, and then virtual mentorship is really helpful to the students, because with the help of the students, we have type with the very international schools, and to travel just to seek a help or just to seek their guidance, it is difficult for us. So that we are having the virtual mentorship program, and really helpful and successful. we have initiated in my institute from last 10 years, and we are successfully running a mentorship program. Many students, when we are asking the feedback, like what the benefit you are got by mentorship program, so they said like we was very shy. There are various personality aspects. They said ki there was we change a lot. Many students, they are giving a feedback that it's like a 360-degree transformation. So initially when we have started this discussion, that is we are looking for transformation of a student from zero towards to the complete personality. Next slide please, ma'am. So how mentors help student during a transition? Times of a transition, such as making to move from high school to college or from college to your first job, and can be daunting. So this journey start from like a, suppose we are directly in the higher education. Suppose students, they are coming to you, but your journey of a mentorship is not end when they are completing their degree or any specific particular course. It can be a long lasting till this is then the personal concern. If you want to continue with this mentorship program with that particular mentee, that is your individual choice by mentor and mentee. Yet the college, the institute, they will, that the decision is up to the mentor and mentee relationship. Having adequate support during this time can improve students' experience and their ability to success. So these supports can come from many places, including the mentors who share with the students what they learned when they are underwent similar transition in their lives. So here, by giving your personal experience, by sharing the others' experience, so somewhere helping, we are also using the case study method in the regular teaching in higher education. So same thing, by various cases, by various experience, by various life experience, we can help the mentee. Students can connect with their potential mentors in many ways, such as by talking with faculty members, on campus supervisor, and academic advisor. So we need to provide them liberty. If they stuck with any situation or any issue, we can ask them ki you can take a help from anybody which you feel comfortable to talk or to discuss, to share with. Formal mentorship programs are also common at college campuses. The goals of this program include increased retention and the graduation rates, higher academic achievement, and guided career exploration. So this is somewhere many students, they complete their graduation, but because of lots of constraint, like they have a family constraint, ki they want, the economic standard is low, and they're supposed in many family they are looking for now, you completed your graduation, now go for a job, earn something, and pay back to your family. So here, if your student, he's meanwhile somewhere discontinue his graduation or discontinue his higher education, so you can assist him to continue by providing them. Earlier I have shared that like how you can help by sponsorship, by giving a guidance on like lots of scholarship, free ship available. Many organizations, they're providing the fund to the meritorious student under the CSR activity. So you need to collect the information, and in that way you can help the student if they are kind of discontinuing with their education. College mentorship program can be particularly beneficial for specific groups such as the first year student, first generation student, and students of a color. According to the mentor, at risk youth who have a mentor are 55% more likely to enroll in college than those without a mentor. So this is again based statistical survey, where it is observed that the institute or the college or the university who are you running this mentorship program, here the personality of a student is much more high than the colleges or the institute that doesn't run this mentorship program. Why? Because here every mentor is giving a personal assistant to their mentee. When we are teaching in the classroom, there are many students and one faculty. It is again difficult for a faculty to take care of every individual in their regular classes. So that's why this particular mentorship is really supporting the student and to the institute for the overall development in the organization, as like we are concerned about the students overall development. Supporting the mentoring relationship, Mentoring has long been recognized as a powerful tool in career development. So earlier, this is a feedback from psychologists are advised to find mentors either informally on their own or to participate in a formal mentoring programs. So this is in Indian history, mentorship. Have you heard about a Dronacharya relationship like Eklavya and Dronacharya? So without offering the mentorship, this is sort of a virtual mentorship. We are calling it as a guru or the teacher, but again, he Eklavya selected Dronacharya as a mentor. Regardless of how a mentor and the mentee are matched, etiquettes and ethics demand that the relationship be conducted in the professional manner with the consideration and respect for both the individual. So here, when this mentorship program, your mutual understanding and the relationship play a very important role. Here, we need to understand, like we need to respect our mentor, and the mentee and the mentor. They need to understand the behavior of the mentee, so both has to respect each other. We need to understand the emotion of each other. The leadership within the institution must first recognize and identify the need for mentoring and then plan, develop, support, and promote a program that directly address specific workplace gaps, both current and the future. Regardless of whether the leadership at an institution recognize and support mentoring, a staff member's career can benefit from mentoring relationship even if not officially sanctioned. So many organizations, they don't have this um, mentorship program on a paperwork, but actually the senior take this as an initiative to help their junior. So ultimately, what is this? This is a mentorship. This is a mentoring to their juniors. So even officially is not possible, then by default we can play, we can use, we can run this program unofficially also. But if it is officially, it gives very systematic strategy and very rigid policy to run the mentorship program in any organization, not only in a higher education, any organization. Next slide, please, ma'am. So these are the stages of mentoring. We need to prepare. We need to be ready with the different plan, alternative plan. Then we need to initiate what exactly we have planned under this mentoring program. Then cultivate and then evaluate. Cultivate means this is a career development, and evaluate, we need to take the feedback to identify, like we are taking a reports from whether this particular growth which we are expecting from it, have he achieved his goal in his personal and the professional life or not. So these are the four stages of mentorship relationship life cycle. Next slide, please, ma'am. Support is to be ensured broadly in time allocation as reduce allotment, time for mentoring activities, and time for professional learning activity. If I say that officially and unofficially, if we say unofficially, if you're having the program in your institute, then you will not give a specific time to look out for the mentorship program. But if it is officially sanctioned by a higher authority in academics, we are giving a specific time for this mentorship program, just for to interact to your mentee or to conduct the regular meeting, taking a follow up, to take the feedback from the your mentee. So I advise or I suggest all the faculty in today's all the participant to ask or to request your higher authority to officially sanction this mentorship program in your particular institution. It really helpful for the overall development of a student and the your organization. The position of an induction and the mentor coordinator as a leadership position in the higher education institute. Regular and timetabled mentoring meetings on the weekly or fortnightly basis. The mentor and the novice teachers working as in a close physical proximity to one another. The mentor and the beginning teacher teaching the same year or a subject level. Active support from higher education institute leadership for both beginning teacher and the mentor. So it is really helpful because this is somewhere higher education is somewhere that the many students first time they are away from their family, from their parents, because like a higher education is like till your KG, till your school, then your higher secondary, you are staying with your parents. But somewhere to pursue your higher education, you are away from your place, away from your native place, away from your parents. So maybe you are tackling first time in your life. So this is the particular mentorship program play an important role, because somewhere many students they are feeling homesick, and during this phase they, your guide, your teacher, your mentor, they help you to come out of that particular stress level, because you're missing your parents. So this play a very important role in that way. Next slide please, ma'am. Now we need to understand exactly who are a mentee and who are a mentor, their role and responsibility. Okay, first we will discuss about mentee. A mentee is someone who has identified a specific personal or a professional goal and who believes that the guidance and help of a mentor and being held accountable to the mentor can help them achieve their goal. Or anyone who wants to learn and seek valuable advice from someone who knows in order to grow professionally and or personally. As such, the mentee needs to actively participate, retain critical faculties, seek new capacities, seek overall development other than a domain area, remain open to multiple influences, and own responsibility of a success. For empowering the teachers in the broad spectrum of areas and the developing their holistic personality, two-phase mentoring strategies, especially for teachers who are new entrants in the higher education system, have to be planned. Because here we need to understand, because new people, when you join the organization, you are not aware about, and again you don't have that much experience. So here the existing faculty, the senior faculty, they are helping you to make your personality as a mentee, and they are working as a mentor for you. Next slide please. Now, who are a mentor? A mentor is a teacher or an advisor who leads through a guidance. A mentor is an individual with expertise who can help develop the career of a mentee. The mentor guides, trains, advises, and promote the career development of the mentee. A mentor is anyone who offers knowledge, insight, perspective, or a wisdom that help other people professionally and also goes beyond duty or obligation. So there are two types of a mentoring function. One is a career oriented and second is a psychosociological. So both are important for any mentee. Even your parents also, they are playing a role as a mentor. Next slide, please, ma'am. Now, these are the personality characteristics of a mentor. Requires a knowledge, at least the knowledge, domain knowledge he must know. Role model, he is supposed to be very confident enough. Willingness to nurture, volunteer to participate in mentorship program, empathetic, flexible, and collaborative, continuous learner, because nobody is perfect. Every individual remain a student throughout the life. In that sense, we can say that even mentor, being a mentor also, they need to learn the new skill, new technique, new things. So continuous learner is one characteristics of a mentor. Good interpersonal skill, diplomat, non-competitive, and a committed towards the duties, role, and responsibility. Next slide, please, ma'am. So mentoring functions, one is like a career functions, help the mentee learn the ropes and the prepare for the career advancement. So we need to, in that sense, we can play a role as a coaching, challenging assignment, exposure and visibility, and the protection in case of there is a failure or maybe there are some conflict, some tussles. So we can protect the, so that is a function of mentoring. Next slide, please. Social psychological function help the mentee develop a sense of competence and clarity of identity. So role modeling, acceptance and confirmation, counseling, friendship. So this is somewhere we are helping at very personal level, so that because we are a social animal, we can't work in a isolation. When suppose your mentee in the future, if he's getting an assignment to work, because every individual they can, if company they are giving assignment, you can, even you people also or participant, if your higher authority they are giving certain assignments, certain tasks, certain duty, you will be perform individually. But same thing happen if it is a teamwork. Initially, at initial stage, you will hesitate to communicate with other people, because then it is a thing of like the credit. Many people they are not ready to adjust with the other person. So teamwork is important, and here the mentor will help you to how to work into team. The qualities of a mentor: willingness to serve as a source of information both in the mentee's field and within the institution, as an advisor who provides multiple perspectives with guidance on the better option, as an advocate, confidant, and a friend, as sounding board, as a person who open a door and facilitates connection, and as a sponsor and promoter to others in the community. So you are playing a different role as a mentor. To be very specific, mentor provide a constructive feedback by reviewing their mentee's draft proposal and the papers. Suppose the person is coming with their different career perspective, or maybe their future plan, or maybe their research perspective. So you can help him by drafting or their content writing. Mentors can also provide a constructive feedback on instructional activities both inside and outside of the classroom. Perspective and the sponsorship in impactful beneficial service is also encouraged by the mentor. While it is not required, it is valuable and encouraged to involve their mentee as a co-author in the proposal or facilitate contact with other as appropriate. A mentor may also involve the mentee as a collaborator, leading to a co-authorship or a journal, research paper, book, article. So these are a certain example which I have listed here. How you can help your mentee a part of your uh, journey. Demonstrated success in a professional activities essential to for a tenure and a promotion of faculty, including having secured and sustained substantial external research funding, published extensively in peer-reviewed journal, valuing teaching as well as the earning recognition as a respected teacher and serving in a leadership role in their local or national professional community. Mature professional and research career standing, a readiness to nurture younger colleagues, ability to desire to work with others, and unselfish, caring, and genuine interest in the welfare of the faculty, department, and the larger research community at university. It is essential need nowadays for every organization. Mentor values credibility, integrity, confidence, cooperation and citizenship, communication skill, professional activity, credit, and intolerance of harassment. So even we need to introduce there are different types of acts for the we need to make them aware, especially for the POSH Act, that is 2013. So which help the especially the female student, if they are not aware about this POSH Act, you as a mentor can help them how the female employee or female student help them, or maybe many students they are many hesitate to report any complaint or file any complaint. So every organization, every higher education, they have a ICC where mentor play an important role if some incidents happen with any students. This particular law help to both the gender, male and female. But somewhere a social side, the female get the major benefit with this POSH Act 2013. So in that, you need to being a mentor. If some mentee having such type of a harassment issue, you need to help because this is very sensitive issue. So you guide mentor, they can help the mentee to come out of this type of a harassment if the mentee is suffering with such type of. Next slide, please. Desirable qualities of a mentor: assertive, knowledgeable, confident, competent, approachable, honest, empathic, a good listener, experienced, trustworthy, patient, accessible. So, patience is very important. Creative, kind, consistent, fair, non judgmental, respected by their peer. And there are many qualities required being a good mentor. Next slide, please. Now, expectation from a mentor: awareness of the mentee teacher's context of a learning, what exactly the role and responsibility of a mentor. I think this is again objective of today's is initiative taken by IoT Academy to make you aware about of this mentorship program and you how you work as a mentor in your organization. Understanding of a teaching practicum requirement and teacher learning aspects, contextual knowledge of a mentee teaches online learning of modules, pedagogy of adult learning and on mentoring and knowledge of the teaching profession, understanding of a higher education system and teachers effectiveness performance criteria, collection and interpretation of evidence of a learning so that we can make a report, proper report. You need to provide a feedback, analysis and reflection on evidence of a learning, use of effective observation skill and strategies, demonstration of professional leadership, and understanding of the potentiality of effective teaching, counseling and guidance skill, suiting to the needs and the requirement of the mentee, role model in various dimensions of academics. So these are the certain expectation which are by the mentee. Now, qualification and experience of a mentor. She must have contributed to at least one of the areas like research and development, curricular development, instructional material development, counseling, member of a national or international policy level committee, engage in motivational talk, direct subject teaching. So mostly we are follow in the last criteria, that is a direct teaching teaching. Mentor should be physically and mentally fit to the satisfaction of mentee. So apart from this core competency which is required for a mentor, I personally feel the last line, that is a mentor should be physically and mentally fit to the satisfaction of a mentee. So sometime if mentee he come with his problem, and that time you being a mentor itself frustrated, or you angry, or you are in a stress, will it possible for you to help your mentee? Not at all. So what you are trying to help your mentee, you first need to understand how you need to keep yourself a stress free, and that's why physically and mentally fitness of a mentor is very much important in the higher education. Now, what are the role of a mentors? Offer advice that helps a mentee develop. The role is not to make the decision for the mentee. Let them give alternative. He will take his own decision. Train to be as efficient. Guidance and advice for one mentee may also be appropriate for another. Be aware of potential pitfalls. Over dependence of a mentee exploitation of a mentor's influence. So these are certain cases reported under the mentorship program by many university and many some mentor, they are misusing the mentorship program. They are getting work done by the mentee, their personal work. So we need to avoid such type of things. Be sensitive, ma'am. No, earlier said, be sensitive to the difference between developing mentee and using a mentee. Be aware of the dynamics of a relationship. Developmental needs may change. So this is very sensitive relationship. We need to respect a mentee relationship. Next slide, please. So these are the additional role and characteristics of mentor. These are, I think, self-explanatory. Role model, energizer, envisioner, investor, supporter. Investing is not only a money. We are investing a time. We are investing our energy. Standard bearer, teacher, coach, feedback giver, eye opener, door opener, idea bouncers, problem solver, career counselor, challenger. These are, I feel, self-explanatory. That's why I'm not explaining in detail. But these are the additional roles and characteristics. A mentor-mentee meeting. For a mentee, setting a realistic goal, time commitment, clarifying roles and the responsibility, feedback and communication, be efficient, respect your boundaries. Don't try to cross that boundary being a mentee. For a mentor now, these are very essential for a mentor. Establish effective working relationship, create an environment for a learning, context of a practice and a leadership. So both mentor and mentee, they have certain boundaries. We need to respect the relationship. Next slide, please. So this is a one particular implementation strategy based on certain module. So this is which we have created for our institute for empowering the teachers in the broad spectrum of areas and developing their holistic personalities. Two-phase mentoring strategy, especially for the teachers who are new entrant in a higher education system, have been planned. So you just we will go fast because time again we have a constraint. Module 1, getting started. We need to start with the program, icebreaker, organizational atoms, and workshop objective. So module 1, we are giving a detail about what is the mentorship program, how actually work. Module 2 will give a defining a coaching and mentoring. So there is a two term actually. Many times people they get confused between the coaching and mentoring. So we need to understand what exactly mean by coaching and what exactly mean by mentoring. Next is the setting a goal. Goal, identifying the appropriate goal areas. Module 4, here we have getting a picture of where you are, identifying obstacle and exploring the path. So their actual the mentees, the performance, and according to that we need to identify the obstacle which maybe he can tackle in the future. Module 5, developing options, identifying a paths, choosing your final approach, structuring a plan. Module 6 will focus on wrapping it all up, creating the final plan, identifying a first step, and getting motivated. Next slide, please. Module 7, the importance of trust. What is trust? Trust and the coaching, building trust. So we will learn, we will help the mentee to give this particular thing. Module 8 will um, uh, Module 8 will be providing a feedback on various aspects. Module 9 will be overcoming a roadblocks, maybe personal or a professional. So whatever the roadblocks we need to find out, and maybe that can be a common obstacle also. So reevaluating the goals and focusing on a progress. Module 10 will be reaching the end. How to know when you have achieved the success. So there's supposed to be some benchmark which we are initially setting, and according to them, we need to match up with that. Module 11, how mentoring differs from the coaching. So, Betty, what is the basic difference between that? So, focus is on that. Module 12, wrapping up words from the wise, lessons learned, completion of action plan and evaluation. That's the last module, which focus on the how actually this mentorship program will execute. Now, this is a quick summary. Learning does not only take place inside a classroom. Developing relationship with the student contribute their growth. Mentor also grow and learn while mentoring by exploring issue, because many things which we are not aware about during this mentorship program, if the mentee they come with the different issues, we try to answer. If we don't know, we try to explore ourselves, and we will seek a help to the individual. Mentors influence a mentee. When the mentor role is taken seriously, it brings pride to the profession. Teachers as a mentor must invest in a student. Next slide, please. So after the program ends, after this mentorship program ends, whether to continue with this particular relationship is depend on both individual, that is in mentor and mentee. Many relationship come to a natural end when the mentee learns enough to be independent from specific mentors. New mentorship program with others may be a more beneficial than the continuing and exhausted relationship. That is my personal suggestion to, if you want to end your mentorship program during, because there are a different higher education which may be having only 2 years. If you want to end your mentorship program, you can end. Or many mentee they want to continue with this mentorship this particular relationship. That is up to your personal opinion. Program end may not mean the end of relationship. Informal mentoring can continue if both the party agree. That is a mutual understanding. Pilot program will assess how mentoring met the needs of both mentees and mentors. Okay, so this is from my side. Apart from that, if you have any queries, any question, any doubt, I'm open to answer on your queries. Thanks a lot, IIT Academy,